catalyst for change with the chance to thrive. Crystal is the one to stir up gifts and save lives. You get exposure, promotion, and marketing too. And advertise for business owners just like you. On Storytime, your interview is global. Virtual or in person, just come on the show. Yo, your story matters. Crystals will open the door. 40 years of experience, ready to give you more on Storytime. Get ready for Storytime. Hey, come on.
Well, good evening, everybody. I want you to take a good look at what we got going on right now. Can y'all hear me okay tonight? Give me a thumbs up, Parker, if you hear me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Crystal Bodie Smith, and I am going to show you my face. But you know what? I am so proud right now that I don't even want to change the screen right now, y'all. I just gotta let y'all look at this for a moment, okay? We are so excited. We have our first young author, and we have Parker Jayden Jackson today. And what you are looking at on the screen right now, ladies and gentlemen, is her book. Okay, we are so proud.
It's your girl, Lady J, and I'm proud to say.
Hold on. Okay, I know Lady J. We got you. We're gonna have to get you to do a song for Parker. My goodness. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited because we have Parker Jayden Jackson here with us today with her mom and her grandmother, and we are going to talk to her. And so we are going to get ready to get this thing started, but we just wanted you to be able to see what this is all about tonight, because this is special. This is real special. All right, this is real special to me. Anytime you can do something for a child, it is special. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is I'm going to get my background out of here, and I'm going to get ready to bring her on up. Let me tell you a little bit about who we have tonight. You know, it's a young girl that had some jitters. She had some jitters about going to school. She's a typical little young girl, but she took this fear, so to speak, and she activated on it. So without further ado, I want to take a moment to bring to you Miss Parker Jayden and her mom. You know, let me get it right. I can make sure I say her whole name, because it's Parker Jayden Jackson. Remember that name. Remember that name. Remember that face. Okay? This face right here. Remember this book right here. I want you to remember it. But I'm going to do even better. I'm going to bring her on up here so you can see her in the flesh, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Parker Jayden Jordan. Well, hello. How you doing?
Yeah. Hi. Good.
How you doing? And we definitely want to say hi to Mom, too. Miss Dion. Is it Dion? Is that how you say it?
You got it. That's right. How are you?
Look at them smiles. Look, you need to be smiling all day long, all day long. Oh, my goodness. This is such an exciting moment today. And I met you in person. So Jayden, I want you to just promise me you won't forget me when you get big and famous, okay?
Okay.
Don't forget the little people when you get out there and you start autographing books and you start going places outside of Durham and Raleigh and North Carolina. Okay. So listen, I would like for you to tell my audience and the people out there your name, how old you are, and where you're from, and anything you want us to know about you before we talk about the book. Just what your name is, how old you are, maybe, you know, where you go to school at, what grade you're in, and a little bit about who is Jayden Parker. What you want me to call you, Parker?
Parker.
Okay. So tell us about Parker.
Well, my whole name is Parker Jayden Brightwell Jackson. I am 10 years old. My birthday is May 12, 2013. I'm in 5th grade. I go to St. Cia Academy. My favorite colors are black, gold, and purple.
Yeah.
Yes. And some of my strengths are singing and dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, and I saw that for myself, so I do know that you are definitely gifted. Well, let me ask you something. You have a lady sitting there next to you. Who's that?
It's my mom.
Mom. Oh my goodness. Mom, introduce yourself to the world.
My name is Dion Jackson. I am 37 years old. I am this wonderful child's mother of 10 plus wonderful years. She is a joy, of course.
Okay, is she your only child?
The only one, yes.
Okay, so did you ever imagine that she would be an author?
It's not, surprising that she would do something like this. Parker,
Come
she's
over a little
very,
bit so you're not cut off. Come up. There you go. There you
yeah,
go.
she's very into the arts, so say. So she's in a play now. She likes to act, she likes to sing. She's very helpful. She likes to read. So, I mean, it's just in the lineup, I guess. Things to do.
Very talented, very talented. I was just saying before we got here live that I remember the last time that I saw her, and she did this amazing dance for Fatima's birthday. Oh my goodness! So Parker, you have a lot of different talents, huh?
Yes,
So which one is your favorite?
dancing.
You love to dance. Wow. Okay. So let me ask you this, and I can't wait because we're going to meet the grandmommy because the great thing about this is that you have so much support. You have support from mom, you have support from grandmom, and I'm sure you may have some other people too that you can tell us. But it is just really great. But I want to ask you something. How did this all come about? How did you become an author? How did you go from dancing to writing?
Well, I was just telling my grandma a story about like my first day of kindergarten, and after I told her, after I told her, she said that's a great idea for a book.
So grandmommy helped to motivate you to write this book. Was you afraid to go to school that day for kindergarten?
Yes, it was a new school.
Oh, for first day in a new school. Wow. Okay. And so, wow. And so, mom, when you heard them talk about this, what did you think when you heard this idea?
I thought it was a great thing. For me, I didn't necessarily think that she had, jitters like that, because whenever I was taking pictures and, taking her to school, like, she seemed confident and, she was ready to go to me. So it of course we all have an outer show that we kind of act like we're, all for things, but we kind of have little reservations inside still. So it made sense that she still kind of was nervous whenever she was trying to meet people.
Okay. So, Parker, how much of this book did you write?
All of it.
That's you? So talk to me about that process. Did you have to go to somebody to get some help to do this, or did you just sit down one day and I mean, how did you do this? What did you do to write this book?
Well, after my grandma said how that's a great idea for a book, the next thing I know, I'm on a Zoom call already working out the stuff, and like I had her and an editor, a publisher, and it was just like a lot. It was like three, three or 4 months of working throughout the whole book to get it like
Wow,
out.
was it exciting? Was it exciting for you?
Uh, yes.
Wow, and how did it make you feel when you saw the actual book after it was done?
Um, I screamed a little, but it was a good scream.
Oh, that's so special, Mom. I hope y'all caught that on camera. I hope y'all caught that on camera when she first saw that book, because I know that was a moment. And I hear you talking about your grandmother a lot. And I know that I'm a grandmother too, and grandmamas are kind of special in my heart. I feel like we special. You know, mamas is always special, but grandmamas that's like the double scoop. You know, when you go get ice cream, when you get a double scoop ice cream. I think I hear grandmama. I think she's at the door. Let's see. I think grandmama might be at the door. Let's see if I see her. Grandmama, are you there somewhere? Let's find out if she is in the. I think I see her. Is that you, grandma?
I'm at the door. Knock, knock.
Wow. So this is the notorious grandmother who helped. And this is so amazing because, you know, a lot of times with children coming up today, they don't have that village anymore. So what I'm getting is the village feeling right now. I'm getting that village feeling. I'm getting the feeling that Parker has a lot of support, a lot of love, and she has a lot of family that is around her, that encourages her. And so this is a beautiful illustration in this time of the world and in North Carolina, because a lot of people need to see this. So can you introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. Do you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
All right. My name is Fatima Smith, and my very talented and very random granddaughter shared this story with me last year at age 9. And as you heard, we took it and we ran with it. How can a child share a story with you that, you know, is so powerful about overcoming your fear and you not do anything with that information? So it was imperative to me. Literally, when she spoke 5 minutes about the story, I already knew. I said, we turning this into a book.
And before you know it, ladies and gentlemen, voila, this is what the results were. Look at the colors, look at the details, look at this. Fatima, I know how you do in the fashion industry and everything you do. You're about perfection. I got to tell you, this is amazing. This is amazing. So talk to me about what you did to help put this into action once she told you what she wanted to do. How did you go about it? You made a phone call to somebody after your granddaughter said, "Hey, I'm scared." What went through your mind and how did this come about?
So it wasn't a good idea. It was a God idea because the very next day, and I kid you not, the very next day I was on Facebook and I saw my neighbor, literally who lives right across the street from me, make a post about her kids having their own book. Now, literally, this is the following day. I did not know my neighbor was a publisher. I've been here for 2 years, had no clue I had a publisher living right across the street. So, of course, I made contact with her. I shared with her the idea. She said, "When do you want to get started?" And out of everything else that was going on in life, we were like, let's do it. Like now. Not now, but right now.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now, if you out there in the comments, show her some love. Put it in the comments and I will let her see what you're saying to her. I see you, Anthony, out there. I see you, Donna Jackson. By all means, share your comments, give us some encouragement, give us some hearts, and so she can see the importance of this. If you have some children in the room, let them see this. Let them see it is possible, you know. So between mom and grandma, how did it make you feel? Did you feel pressure doing this, Parker? Did you feel pressure?
Actually, I felt some, but it was a really it was an interesting and adventurous journey.
Okay, so it was a good pressure. You felt like they were motivating you to do something better, right? I know you're not shy because I've seen how you are when you get out there and you dance. And so, Fatima, how important is it for parents and grandparents out here to know that when we hear our children speaking of ideas like this, how important is it for us to help encourage them to bring it to fruition?
It's extremely important because the child, you know, she had no idea that just a 5-minute conversation could turn into something like this. This could actually be a play. It could be a movie. It could be a lot of things, but she, being the child, don't have a clue. But the adult know that they can take whatever the thought process is and the gifts that the child have and really make it come to pass. I'm not going to say that it was put in my lap and, financially, and that, it wasn't that it was an easy journey, because this is an actual published book, and it cost it. So it's not like, anybody could just write a book, get it published tomorrow. That's not how that works. And I had no idea about, the cost behind it, or getting an illustrator or any of that. And I relied on my publisher to kind of spearhead everything, and we trusted her. And when I tell you, we got Parker involved on every Zoom. The girl was in the chat room writing, chatting while we were talking business, and she was very much hands-on and involved. And I can understand for a then 9-year-old how it may have been a little overwhelming, but absolutely, when she seen the end results of it, I mean, she was just so excited. So yeah, it's extremely important for the parents that see something in their child, because every parent sees something in their child, and grandparents and so on and so forth, and just, take it and run with it.
Wow. Mom, what are your thoughts on that? When you have a child that has an idea, that has talents and gifts like Parker does, how important is it to give them time, to give them attention, and to nurture those gifts?
Well, it's definitely top on the list, absolutely, of priorities, to make sure you listen to your children. Because, I mean, even though we have ideas of what we want to get our children into, they still have ideas as well. So it's definitely a thing of hearing and listening as well. It's two things: hearing and listening, and actually doing something about it. It action, you can't do anything without actually doing something about it. So hearing it doesn't happen, things don't happen, after that, unless you actually, make moves after that. So I try my best to do, what I can to help her express herself in different ways, introduce her to different venues and ways to get out there. And, she has her ideas. She's queen, she knows what's up. So you got to open up your kids' minds as well to expose them to things. But, listening, of course, first priority.
And I can tell Parker pays attention, because she's responding to the comments. She's, I put up there from Donna Jackson. Donna said, "Continue, Parker, doing great things." And Parker's over there saying, thank you. So she's reading the comment. Okay.
Donna is a writer too.
So she pays attention to details. So this goes to show you that at any age, we can start teaching our children. We can train them up early, Now, Parker, have you told your friends about this book?
Yes.
And what are they saying?
They were like, "Whoa, you wrote a book? That's so surprising, you." and like we're just kids. We're just kids. How can you write a book? We're just kids.
Wow. So have your teacher given you the opportunity to share it in your class yet?
Yes, I actually, at my old school, I read it out loud to everybody.
Wow. And was that scary to you, or was that easy to you?
It was in between.
Wow. So
she actually used to read to the class when she was in preschool. She couldn't read. But she basically memorized the book that they would read to them every day. So the teachers let her come to the front. "Parker, come read to the class." And she would go to the pages, flip, show the pictures, and just read to her class. Wow. So Parker, she's the best. She's out there with the leaders, with the leadership.
Now, Parker, I heard from a little birdie that you was on TV on the news too. Girl, was you on the news?
Yes.
Now, how did that feel?
I was actually really scared, because I didn't want to mess up or anything.
But she did amazing, didn't she, Fatima?
Amazing. A natural, as always. Everything she do is natural. And if I may, I want to talk about my favorite part about this book. My favorite part about the book is a couple. One, there's a courage pledge in it that says, I pledge to be courageous in everything that I may face or fear and all things that I do, which is just astounding. It's so powerful. And then the premise of the book is about her having or finding the courage to ask a little girl to be her friend. The little girl said yes, and they are still friends today. That is powerful because they're both 10 now and they're still friends today. Not only that, for me, the little girl is of a different heritage. And so that shows diversity in how this brown girl was not scared or afraid, well, or was, but overcame her fears and went and spoke to someone of another ethnicity and they became the best of friends. That's powerful to me.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm gonna have to go find that picture and share that. I didn't share it because I wanted to make sure it's permissible. You know, when you're doing things with children in the media, you have to be careful. I know I have permission from you guys, but I would never want to put another child on camera not having permission from her parent. So that's the reason why I didn't show that. But I did see the picture. So talk to me about the rest of the book. How many pages is the book? It's about a 10 page, 20 page, 30 page?
20, the page, well, the book was slated to be 10 pages, but again, we threw a courage pledge in there, and it's probably about 10 reading pages, but maybe about 12, pages total. So it's a short read, but you can't help but be touched from it. And it's a coloring story. Let's not forget that, because they've
Yeah.
corrected me many a times. It's not a book that you put on a shelf. It's actually an interactive coloring story that the children can color and just feel engaged with what's going on inside of the book.
And I got to show it
And
again
Parker
because
put herself in the book.
wow.
Yes, Parker put herself in the book.
I have to show this picture again because who did this? This book cover is amazing. This book cover is beautiful. It's colorful. It's graphic. It's inviting. And Parker has herself on the book. And I noticed that she does the thumbs up. I seen her doing that, and that's so cool. Whose idea was it, and how did y'all come up with the design for the book itself here?
Parker. Parker told us what she wanted on the cover, what outfit she wanted to wear on the cover, what picture she wanted on the cover, what pages to do what with, what words to have. She did all of that in a business meeting through Zoom. She told us what she wanted and we made it happen.
Wow.
I just matched the pictures. Like I was like thinking of the words, and then I was just matching the words with the pictures.
Wow, move over a little bit, Parker, because I want the people to be able to see both of y'all. So let me ask you something, Parker. What's your next idea? Do you have any more ideas now that you have the book? Do you have ideas about wanting to share and talk to other children about not being scared? Because this book was about you being afraid your first day of school in kindergarten, right?
Yes.
So are you planning on being able to go talk to other children to tell them not to be scared?
Yes. And you asked me what my next idea was?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I was thinking about maybe like next year, whenever I go into sixth grade, there's like a lot of bullying in sixth grade, like in public schools and stuff. And there are a lot of kids in public school. So my next book would probably be about like anti-bullying.
So, Mom, Grandma, she already planning another book. So wait a minute now.
Amen.
By the time she's in high school, y'all better get ready. So this is interesting. Where can the book be found? If anyone wants to get the book, where can they find the book at?
Barnes and
From
Noble and
me.
Amazon.
From
Barnes.
me. From me. No. Yeah, she is on Barnes and Nobles. And the book is titled The First Day of School Jitters. You have to put by Parker J. Jackson, because there are other titles with this, other books with the same title. So you most definitely have to put by Parker J. Jackson. So it's Barnes
Mm-hmm.
and Nobles and it's Amazon. But I will say this to the people: you help us tremendously, by ordering directly through us, so we can replenish and get books, and buy more books, because I sell out. So obviously you have to pour back into the business and re-up your book order.
Okay, so where would you like the people to purchase the book from you?
The bit.ly email.
Can you post it?
Yes, I will. I absolutely will. And we
So what we're
appreciate,
gonna do?
yes, we appreciate everybody who has supported us thus far. We ask that the children the parents that purchase the books for their kids to color in it and send us pictures so we can promote and, show their work. And the kids are very excited. I would tell you personally that I've ran into parents who were just ecstatic, and they say, I am going through that with my toddler right now, and they're going to be starting school, and they're so eager about it. And their kids started coloring, and she sent pictures, and I mean, so I had no clue that it's more widespread than what we know about. But the parents definitely have to prep their toddlers for the big school.
Wow. Wow. Well, this is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we call it story time, because we're connecting with Parker's life experience. Parker was afraid to go to school. Parker told her grandmother that she didn't want to go to school, and she had some thoughts and some fears about it, and she put it in a book. And mom and grandmother worked together to make sure this little girl did it. Now she's a 10-year-old author planning on a second book next year. That is so powerful. She's been on the news. Was it WRAL?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
so what's coming next? What can we expect next? I'm going to ask Grandmommy, because I know Grandmommy probably the one, because she's a coordinator. She's an event planner. So I'm sure she's the one planning this. Mom, I know you're doing some things in the background. I know you are probably the reason why has been so poised, mannered, well-mannered. So kudos to you, well-spoken.
Thank you.
Because that starts at home. That starts at home. So I want to say congratulations to you. Hats off to you for doing that, because parents need to see that too. And it's very important that we have that relationship. I see y'all together. So I'm glad to see the affection and the
Yes.
closeness, so that's
Amen.
all important. That's all very important, you know.
Thank you.
Would you like to tell any other parents any suggestions on how they can maintain that? Like, what the challenges at this point? I mean, with single parents, I don't know if you're single or married, but a lot of parents are not there. They're not present with their children. Any
Yeah.
suggestions to them on how they can be more present?
I would just say, communication and understanding your kid, trying to hear them out, talking to them, having fun with them. So it doesn't always seem like, getting on them, having a lecture or talk all the time, kind of open up a little conversation while you're doing some things together, just so it doesn't seem like, they're on the spot. But it's different things for everyone. I make sure I stay on her. I don't let her be on, the internet that much, iPad. I make sure she doesn't watch too. She likes TV. So, I try to cut that down sometimes, but I let her enjoy TV. But, just try to entertain her. I try my best to entertain her. She has issues with, come on, Parker. I'm sorry about that.
Oh no,
But
she's a 10-year-old child. You
she
don't have to apologize.
she had a
She's
drop out
but she's supposed to be a child. We want her to be a child. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
We don't want these children growing up too fast. So she's
Right.
a child. And so that's what's so good about this. This is just her being herself,
Right.
And so I just love this, because we're seeing the support of a family, and we don't see a lot. And so this is the beautiful thing about this. And again, Fatima took her natural skills and y'all work together. So that's just beautiful, man. That's just absolutely beautiful. So Fatima, what's next on her schedule? Do you have a schedule for anything else coming up? I know you had her on the news. You have her here. What's coming up next? I'm pretty sure you got something scheduled. We're gonna let her go and figure it out because I see I'm gonna let her go and I saw her freeze up a little bit, so I'm gonna let her go and regroup so we can bring her back. But Parker, what would you like to do next? You've been on the news, you read to your class, you know you want to write another book. What else in 5 years from now, when you get to middle school and high school, what would you like to be doing?
Well, actually, I want to be a voice actress because I can do like a lot of voices.
Oh boy, you're a poet too?
No, I just want like in one thing, but it's like not a rhyming poet.
Okay, and dancing, I'm sure dancing is in there too. Well, I
Yes.
think that what your grandmother said is good. One day this could be an actual film possibility. So I want to tell you congratulations. You know, I am so proud of you. And I want to remind you to just know that sometimes you might run into boys and girls that might be so excited, but every now and then you might run into one or two that may not be. You might run into one or two that may be jealous, that may be like, who she thinks she is. So I'm sure that mommy and grandmommy are going to prepare you for that. But I want you to keep doing what you're doing. Keep going to church because I know they keep you in the church. Keep listening to mom and grandmommy and keep listening to your teacher and then keep making good choices, you know. And if you keep doing that, it's going to all work together for the good, you know. And we're proud of you. We are so excited for you. And we're going to make sure that we share this video that we have on there, the information about what it is. And let me see, the place where we can definitely do this. I didn't want to do that. I'm going to let you be here. I'm going to let you close us out because she gave me that link. And that link turned me sideways. So that's my cue that I'm going to get ready to get off this and let you go because I know you weren't feeling good. So I don't want to keep you too long anyway. But I'm going to put this link in here that she gave me. And when I somehow, some kind of way, when we click the link, it does something and somehow it turns me sideways. I got to figure out how to fix that. But this is the link where you can actually get this book from Fatima. Ladies and gentlemen, copy down that link. That is where it is going to be available. And Parker, I would like for you to tell the people anything that you would like to tell them about why this is so important and why you're so excited about this whole thing.
Well, it's just that I want, like how my mom said, I'm very helpful, and I like love to help out and stuff. And so this is all just really exciting for me because like you have like people watching this, and it's just really special to me. Also, um, I would like to give a shout out to my publisher, Miss Ebony Bailey. Shout out, Miss
Okay for
Ebony.
the shout outs. Okay for the shout outs. Okay. Yeah. Y'all gotta get ready for Parker now. Y'all gotta get ready for Parker.
And also my best friend Isabella. She's the girl. She's the girl in the book, but she like moved away. I forgot where she moved away to. Mebane. But she moved away. But we share like doing soccer and stuff. Like I play soccer and she does too.
Wow. Well, Parker,
So
I just want you to know we are so proud of you. And see, just like you're saying, you would like to be able to give a shout out and recognize people. I know you are grateful to your mom and to your grandmother too, I'm sure. I know that you just probably said thank you. I wish I could have seen your face And so what we're going to do is I'm going to also let your grandmommy come back because I see her there too. And I'm going to let her share any closing comments that she wants to share as well. And let her.
I had a little technical difficulty. I did put the link to the Bitly link to purchase a book, but thank you guys so much. Thank you, Crystal, for allowing this to take place. Before I got disconnected, you had asked like what else was coming on the horizon for her. And not only did she was she interviewed on WRAL, she's also right now currently on Durham Public Schools website with a spotlight feature because she was a student of Durham Public School when she wrote the book. She got interviewed by the marketing director herself of Durham Public Schools, and the interview is on their website and in their newsletter right now. And we also have some amazing up and coming things going on, and I am so glad that my intelligent 10-year-old granddaughter remembered to shout out Miss Ebony Bailey, because without her this would not have been possible. I did not have a clue as to how to make this happen. And we trusted her expertise. Her company is called Purposefully Booked. So I wanted to definitely give her a shout out for that. I also want to give a shout out to Miss Ann Davis. She is out of Asheboro, North Carolina, and she has a segment on Facebook called Books Alive. She has read Parker's story on Books Alive, and we are so grateful for her. We have Miss Devlin Popham. Devlin's out of Greensboro, and she's a librarian. She's ordering books on our behalf, and we're so grateful for her. And she also is a part of a education sorority, a sorority of educators. In next March, Parker's already booked for an event for our collaboration in March of 2024 with Miss Devlin and her sorority. So pretty excited about that. I also want to shout out Miss Tina Berry. She has a segment called the She Shed. It's a woman's leadership group. And so just like you, Crystal, who allowed Parker to be the first child on your story time, she'll be the first child on the She Shed Women's Leadership Group, which is awesome. And also, we are coming up a year in February. Our pre-sales went out, and I think the book was actually in print. The official launch, we haven't had an official signing and launch as of yet. Working on that, and that happened in 2024. And looking for the location right now. It most learn where Parker resides. And we already have another in Burlington as well. So I'm going to really make this, take it from local to global, obviously. And that shout out goes to Tina Andrea Hans. Hopefully, she'll on as well. Hello? Can anybody hear me?
What I'm doing for myself is removing myself. Hold on. Okay. Just a second. One moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to I had to switch devices here real quick. So bear with me one moment because I was having a little technical difficulty. So I had to switch devices. All right. So that I can come back up because my other device turned sideways. When I put that link up there, it turned sideways. Fatima, give me a head shake if you got your sound right, and I'll bring you back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close this. I don't want to keep everybody long. We want Parker to go to bed for school tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to say goodnight. I'm going to let you say your last thank yous, Parker, and you too, Fatima.
Thank you, everyone, for watching this.
Speak up.
You're welcome, baby. We are so proud of you. You're welcome. And Fatima,
Thank
any
you.
final thank yous?
Thank everybody who has supported thus far. Thank everybody that will. We really appreciate your support. Doing this independently is no walk park because this is my area of expertise. But the Lord He sends the help, and we're grateful that He, keeps me with ideas, puts me in touch with people that are able to make this all come to pass. So we're grateful for that. So thank you so much, Crystal, for having us on.
You're welcome. And you know what, guys? I just want to encourage you when you're doing stuff like this, sometimes technical difficulties happen. It happens. That's why you see us maneuvering and doing what we do. But I want to encourage you to keep going. Keep going. Because eventually the technical difficulties will get worked out and they'll get better. But it's all a part of the process, and you have to trust the process. Parker, we love you. We're proud of you. Have a good night. I
Thank
hope you feel
you.
better.
You too.
Fatima, thank you so much. I'm going to let Parker just have her moment to shine here. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are looking at Parker Jayden. Go get her book. Go get her book. Go get her book. This has been another episode of Storytime. Thank you so much for watching. I'm keeping the link up there because I want you to go get it. This is the cover of the book right here. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Please go check it out. And we'll see you next time. Look for the book in Barnes and Noble. Go check it out on the Durham Public School website at the Spotlight. Go check it out on WIL and go get her book. This has been another episode of Storytime Tonight. Have a blessed one. My name is Crystal Bodie Smith. I'm your Hope Catalyst. I just want to say, make sure you keep hope alive and let's support these babies out here, guys. Let's support them out here. And this is what the results are. All right. And families working together, this is what you come up with. Okay. Have a blessed one. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. See you next time on Storytime. Bye bye. Keep hope alive.